Good evening, everyone, and welcome to MJ Live, Melissa Jane Live. We are here. It's another Tuesday, and we are going to have an amazing show for you. Welcome to Getty Radio Show, already here, and also welcome to She Stole My Thunder. Good to have you guys. I'm going to give a few of you a few more minutes to get in here while we, do our few shares. We can share. We can tell a few people about it. So let me just go ahead and play a quick countdown, and we'll be starting very, very shortly. Okay, I'll see you in a bit, guys. All right, all right, all right. Welcome to MJ Live. How are you guys doing tonight? It's good to have you here, and it's good to be back. My name is Melissa J, and some people call me MJ, like Michael Jackson, except for I don't give you no thriller. No way, no way. It's good to be here. So, welcome to Geddy Radio Show. Good to have you here, sir. Welcome to She Stole My Thunder. So thank you so, so much. And Mrs. V Finesse is here. Welcome to you, fam. How are you doing tonight? How is everyone? How is Sophia? Sophia. How you doing? How you doing tonight? At Smart Aviation. How you doing, my friend? How's everybody feeling tonight? Just drop in the chats how you're feeling tonight. Welcome to Zan the Man. We're gonna take a look at him in a second, man. We're gonna take a look at him in a very short second. Welcome, 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 everybody, and welcome also to Milika. How you doing tonight? It's so nice to see the people that come back time after time after time. So tell a friend, man. Tell a friend to come in. We're gonna have a lovely, lovely time. So before we go any further, I'm going to introduce you to Zan the Man, and then we're going to take care of a few things, and then we're going to bring him back. So here we go, here we go. Welcome, Zan the Man. How are
Hello, how are
you?
you? This is good. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit. There we go.
Yes.
A little bit better.
Look at us both in blue. We got the memo, right?
We're matching. We're matching. Let's go.
How you feeling today, my friend?
I'm feeling really good. This is great. It's so honored. It's an honor to be here. I'm so happy to be here. You have a great look at your chat. It's just amazing, good people. Oh my gosh, this is great.
In. They're
So I'm
feeling
excited.
good.
I'm excited.
Let's
Bless the people. Let's bless the people
Let's
for being
bless
here.
them.
Yes.
I know that you're going to have some really good information to bless them with. Every time I listen to you, you always give great information. I'm like,
thank you.
As a matter of fact, let me just tell people how I saw you, how I found you. I first discovered you from Blind Guy, his wife, their life.
Yes.
And I was just like mesmerized by you. I got to tell you, and I've told you every time, right?
Oh, thank you. But Laquita and Corey are so amazing. And Corey is so funny. They're so amazing over there. I love those guys.
Yes, yes. So that's where I found you. And I'm like, I got to have him on my show. And today is the day. Today is the day.
Yes.
So that's a little brief introduction. We're going to get you back in a little while. I got a few little housekeeping to do. So I'm going to drop you down and bring you up back in a little bit. Okay?
Perfect. I'm here.
Thank you so much. Okay. So guys, we are going to go through a few things that I want to share with you before we bring Zan the Man up, who's going to deliver us some really, really great information. A few housekeeping things. First of all, I want to thank all of my sponsors. I want to thank all of my sponsors who have sponsored the show in one way or another. First of all, Gail Luckett, the moderator of all moderators. Thank you to Gail Luckett, one of my early sponsors. Thank you so much. I want to thank the Intentional Millionaire. He is so amazing. He's doing such a great content each and every day, which actually today was on, and is going to come back with some more this week. Big shout out to Carl Sinclair, Syntech Cooling, right here in South Florida. Thank you to Carl, who was one of my early sponsors. Big shout out to Shayla, always blesses me. I don't know who Shayla is. She keeps a low profile, but I thank you all the same. Thank you to MSE Network. That's megasourceentertainment.com. Go check him out every Saturday night, 7 p.m. for an amazing entertainment show, and also Wednesdays at 7 p.m. as well. Then thank you to, I can get rid of that one now. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and delete that one so I don't pull it up. Lascious Journey, my biggest sponsor to date. Thank you so much, Lascious Journey. She is so supportive. Thank you, my dear. And big shout out to a multi-award winning international recording artist, Novelty. She always supports the show, whether she's watching, whether she's giving or whatever. So thank you to all of my sponsors and all of you guys that are in the chats. I thank you all so much for supporting the show. And my new viewers, if you're new to the show, I appreciate you. Just tell a friend to come back. We always have great content. And also check out some of the previous videos. I have some playlists with some tech tips on how to use Instagram, how to use Facebook, how to use some tech things. You can see all the stuff that's there. So again, thanks to everybody that's here. Let's see, what is She Stole My Thunder? Is your wallet feeling heavy? Do you have too much money? You don't know what to do with? Before you do, send some to everyone's favorite Brit, Melissa Jane. That would be lovely. As a matter of fact, last week's tech tip, Lashus is here. Welcome, Lashus. Welcome, Lashus. How are you doing, my dear? Last week I gave you a tech tip. I'm going to share it with you again today. Check this out, guys. There is my Cash App. If you want to if you're on your computer, just put your camera up to that, scan that, and you can donate directly without even having to type anything in. You can just go straight to it using this QR code. And if you want to know how to do that, I have a video. I have a video to show you how to do that. And it literally takes 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes at the max to show you how to create your own QR code, whether you put it on your clothing, you can put it on your card or whatever. You can put it on whatever you want, and you can make it ever so easily. So that's the tech tip from last week, and you can see how it's done on my channel. Welcome to Uncut Glass, the artist Oral Ferguson. He had his art gallery show on Sunday, which I was blessed enough to go and check that out as well. So big shout out to Oral Ferguson. How many sales did you make that night? I think you made like 7, 8, or 9 sales for the night. That was an amazing show. All right. So let's see, what else do I have for you today? I have a tech tip for you tomorrow. It's going to be broadcast at 8 p.m. and it's basically how to use 12. Well, Oral Ferguson made 12 sales of art pieces. You know what? I think I'm going to have to bring you back on the show to show what you've been up to over the last couple of years. I was about to say the tech tip for tomorrow is going to be how to use Instagram. If you're brand new to Instagram, then this tech tip will be just for you because it shows you how to do stories. All right, it's just a part of how to use Instagram, how to do stories. All right, how to do stories. It's going to be broadcasted at 8 p.m. tomorrow, 8 p.m. tomorrow Eastern, and you can learn all about that. All right, and then we also have, I want to do a little contest today. If anybody brings somebody brand new to my show and they leave a comment on one of my videos, or you just let me know who that visitor is, brand new person, and then I'm going to Cash App you $25. All right. So actually it's the person that brings the most people over. So if you want to bring some people over today, I'm going to send you $25. So you got to let me know who the people are that are brand new here, and we can make that happen. If you feel like an extra $25 in your Cash App, then just let me know. All right. I think we are about ready. Again, thanks to everybody that's here. And we are going to get into it with our special guest tonight, who is Zan the Man. He's our, what did I call him on my Facebook page? What did I call him on the Facebook page? Something real cool. Let me just go ahead and find that. Zan the Man. He is the sorry, on his website too, the certified build to serve coach, and I'm going to call him the confidence coach extraordinaire. Let's welcome Zan the Man back to the show. Welcome, Zan the Man.
And Melissa, you got it right, MJ. I'm a certified confidence coach. The Built to Serve coach came along because a friend of mine, Evan Carmichael, wrote a book called Built to Serve. He saw how well I was coaching and how well I knew the book inside and out. And he has his own community, his own group. And he asked me, would I be the coach for Built to Serve? Now, remember, this is his book. And he knows his book inside and out, but I know it very well, too. And it's a wonderful book here. I'll show you a quick copy of it.
Yes.
But, this is, if I could grab this for you. This is a quick copy of the book itself right here, Built to Serve.
Yeah.
And the name is Built to Serve, Find Your Purpose and Become the Leader You Were Born to Be. Well, I know this book inside and out. And I know this book. I think the only person on earth that knows this book better than me is Evan Carmichael. Now, he thinks I know it better than him because I know all the page numbers and everything. But but I study the inside out because it's such a wonderful book in regards to help you find your purpose, live your passion, and then profit from it. And I'm able to use some of that with some of my clients. So he saw how well I was doing that. He said, "You know what? Would you like to be the Built to Serve coach?" And I said, "Yeah." So not only am I my passion, who I really am at the core, is a certified confidence coach. That's my specialty.
Yes.
Then I went and got some additional training because some of the clients I've had, I noticed they need a little bit more. Well, some things came up in regards to depression and some other things. So I went and got certified as a CBT coach practitioner. And for those that don't know what CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy. Now, I'm not a therapist, but I know how to practice certain therapy techniques with my clients to get them out of depression or get them through the whole grief cycle sometimes, because those things happen, especially with the pandemic. People go through different things. And when I have a client and they're going through a loss, I don't care if it's a loss of a loved one or a dog or whatever, a job, they still have to go through the process of the grief stage. And I made it a point to understand that inside and out and get certification in that so I can serve my clients better. So yes, you're still correct about the Built to Serve, but at my core, everything I am it's all about confidence.
All about
bring a lot of value here to the guests. This is going to be exciting.
All about confidence, and that's what exudes from you. Confidence exudes from you, and that's why I was so impressed when I saw you on Blind Guy, His Life, and Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life show.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm like, I gotta have you on the show. So let's just just greet everybody in the chats. Welcome Lascious, welcome Orel, welcome She Stole My Thunder, and everybody else that's here, Smart Aviation, Malika, and Sophia, and I think I saw Mrs. B. Furness and Getty Radio Show. So again, the contest today is if you bring more people to the show and you just let me know who they are, they're going to be brand new, then you can actually earn yourself $25 if you are the person that brings the most tonight. So
and can I add something also, guys, in the chat? We're doing an interview back and forth, but I love interaction. So guys, I love the engagement. If you want to ask any questions or any comments in the chat for any clarity, hopefully we can bring up your question on the screen, and I love to answer because you're part of this also. We honor you for being here. We appreciate your time and your energy.
Perfect. And that's exactly how I do the show. We get it's audience participation. They're just as much as part of the show as you are.
I love it.
All right. So let's start by going way back. We'd like to know a little bit about you as far as, where you're from, what your life was like, really before you got into the confidence game.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Let's make it short and brief. I was very fortunate. I grew up. My dad was an entrepreneur, so even throughout the high school, I was working with my dad and see entrepreneurship up close. I ended up working throughout college. I ended up working for Federal Express. Again, when you work for FedEx, their standards are so high. And then I got recruited from Michigan to go to Florida and work for Disney as an entertainer. So I worked for Disney for many, many years. And then I started my own, I worked at Epcot to be exact, at Epcot. That's like at Epcot, you had your Disney, you had your Magic Kingdom and all these different parks. But Epcot was the world with 13 different pavilions, and people would come in from all over the world to work there. And they would normally have a 1-year tenure there. So they'd be from China, Japan, Canada, UK, you name it. And I worked there for many, many years as an entertainer. And I try not to toot my horn too much, but I was considered a local celebrity because I used to do a few Disney commercials for Epcot. It was really good. But anyways, I ended up starting my own company. And because I used to get all these requests to be for DJing, and I was already MCing because I was a part of a band. And so I started DJing, and then next, I started getting requests. I used to work with, I did events with Tiger Woods. This is a while back when Shaq used to play for the Orlando Magic. I ended up doing events with him. I ended up doing a lot of stuff with celebrities. So it just almost came naturally for me, working with celebrities, and then I ended up. They kept saying that I was the best. I'm like, okay, if you're the best, where does the best go? Hollywood. So
Hollywood.
I relocated from Orlando, Florida to LA. And I did very well out there. I ended up working with, from people like Reba McEntire and Denzel and Sheryl Crow, on and on and on. So I ended up becoming a celebrity DJ. But not just, I was doing bar mitzvahs, I was doing weddings, I was doing a variety of different events for many years. And then, you're making money. I don't want to say making a whole lot of money. You're making money. But it's like, what are you going to do with your money? So I said, I need to buy a house. And so when I was out in LA, I wasn't too attractive to the houses out there. I thought everything was overpriced. But I liked Vegas because I used to come to Vegas to do corporate events. Companies would fly me from LA to Vegas to do corporate events. But I started looking around because I used to always just go to the Strip, right? To the Las Vegas Strip. And I never ventured out beyond that. And one year I ventured out because also in Vegas, we had our annual DJ convention, which that means once a year, all the DJs would come together from all over the world. They would introduce new products, new everything. And I was one of the speakers that used to get on the stage to speak to my peers about my success and how to travel and do different things in the DJ industry. And I was doing that on a regular basis. And then one year I decided, let me just take some time off and just drive out. And I said, they have parks here? They have neighborhoods? I'm like, this is really, really nice. And so I ended up buying
it's more than just the Strip, huh?
I didn't even know that. So I ended up buying a house out here and moved out here. I relocated, but I still had a lot of clients in LA. So for a long time, I was going back and forth for years. I was going back and forth from LA to Vegas, LA to Vegas. Then I established myself out here with celebrities. Out here, I worked with Celine Dion, over for MC Hammer, ZZ Top, on and on and on. And then I was doing a lot of corporate events out here, more so than I was doing in LA. And I eventually let that fade away and stayed out here. But it's still nice because I had, like, say, Essence Music Festival. They would fly me from here all the way over to New Orleans to do an MC event for them, and I get to hang out with Janet Jackson. It was just amazing. So I did that for many, many years and was very good at it. Everybody from Too Short. I mean, we just had a lot of fun out here. But anyway,
let me ask you something. Let me ask you something about when you're working with all of these celebrities. Are you actually, interacting with the celebrity themselves, or are you just working with their people?
No, with them, because for example, I mean, like sometimes even like me and Celine Dion be sitting right next to each other. It was amazing because they would hire me for their private events.
Yes.
So you're around the family, you're around their kids, you're around. So and sometimes you're open shows for them. I was opening shows for MC Hammer. Now here's the other catch part. A lot of times, and people don't realize this, in the corporate world, they will hire celebrities to come perform, but I would be the opening act for them.
Okay.
That's a lot of companies will bring in different celebrities to do their private parties and private events, and they would bring me in to MC, DJ, interact with the crowd, and I would open the show. Then they would come and perform. Then I would close the show. And so I had such a nice connection. And then every single year here at the Wynn, we would do a big New Year's Eve event. So I ended up working with Earth, Wind and Fire, Beyonce, Katy Perry, Lionel Richie. It's so many because it was a big deal. Then now to fast forward, I knew that this was my calling. That was my career. I knew my calling was coaching, confidence coaching. I knew that. But I knew that I was supposed to be doing what I'm doing now. I was supposed to be doing it back in 2015, 2016. But I was traveling the world having such a great time as a celebrity DJ. I'm like, I'm going to wait for that. I just kept putting it off. But at the same time, I was still coaching over the years.
Oh, you were?
But I wasn't doing it full time because I was doing that. When you're at that high level, it is so demanding. You don't really have time to do anything else. And I was trying to do some of the coaching part-time on the side, but I was helping other performers get their confidence up, get on stage, talk on the mic better, get their personality out. And I was helping other individuals too, sometimes in the dating relationship area. Like if a guy was afraid to talk to a girl or have what they call approach anxiety, I got his confidence up. so you can have
Wow.
better conversation and have better social skills. But the other part is, I think it was 2018, 2019. I knew I was going to make a transition, and I went and got certified in coaching.
Okay.
You spend the thousands of dollars because
Uh-huh.
if it's your career, if it's your
Yeah.
calling,
Uh-huh.
invest in your success. So
Right.
you go ahead and invest the money, and I got certified, and I start like really taking it on more, but I still had all these other demands in the entertainment world. And then the pandemic hit. And when the
Oh,
pandemic hit and everything was shut down, everything, I mean, everything was shut
wow.
down. Like, whoa, because I've experienced that before, but not at this level. For all the international viewers, we had 9/11 in America.
Oh,
And
yes.
when
Yes.
9/11 hit, I had all these events lined up because I was working even when I went independent from Disney. Disney was still my client.
Uh-huh.
Universal was my client. Universal and SeaWorld. So I was doing a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Then when 9/11 hit, everything got temporarily shut down. And then it picked back up like a month or 2 months. It took about 6 weeks for it to pick back up. And at that time, I realized, hey, stack your money. So that's just on the financial side. For the business side, because a lot
Right.
of entertainers not good when it comes to money, but they need to watch your channel more. So,
Oh, wow. So
but
you did that in 9/11. You started to stack your money from back then?
yeah, because
Good.
at that time as an entertainer, I realized that you should at least have, and this is I give advice different now, but at that time, if you had a 1 month of income set aside, I'm like, that's pretty good. And then I got to the point where I had 2 months set aside. And now, for me personally, I have at least 2 years of income set aside.
Right.
So you can
Beautiful.
never,
Beautiful.
and when you start stacking your money, you can pick and choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
Exactly.
It gives you a lot of independence, a lot of freedom, and it gives you a lot of leverage. So, anyways, I'm a big believer. No matter what, and I was trying to tell my entertainer friends, guys,
Yes.
save money. And entertainers are not many entertainers. How about that?
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of entertainers, they're not very good at saving money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's
true.
always the next gig. It's always the next gig. And I learned how to do that. And 9/11 taught me that. Then when the pandemic hit, everything, I mean, around the world was shut down. And
Right.
also, I saw the entire world go into a grieving period. Because when you have a loss, you grieve. You
That's
know,
true.
depression sets in, all kind of things. So, and I had to be there for a lot of other people, not just clients, but family members. And that's why I made sure I wouldn't get the CBT certification. But to answer to finish up the other question is, when the pandemic hit and everything was shut down in Vegas, it got shut down, if I'm not mistaken, March 2020. But I had already had my certification. So when it got shut down, I remember going like a month or 2 months in, and maybe April, May, I knew things would turn around eventually. And I had to make a decision. I meditated on this and I said, you know what? I think this is the time to make a full transition. And so I'm going to leave that world. And now I'm going to enter this world full time, 100%, 365, 24/7. And I poured all of myself into it. So there was a time during the pandemic, I was coaching every single day, because people will come to me and reach out to me because they're going through it. I mean, this is more than just having some goals and figuring out more than just confidence. They needed therapy.
They needed therapy. Okay. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. This was the big transition that you made.
Yeah. Yes.
When
yes.
the I don't think we even use the word P. We just say it's the time. We'll just say in 2020.
Right.
No, 2019.
Right. Okay. Yeah. What do you guys call it? C19.
C19, or
okay.
It actually happened in 2019, right? It was just 20.
Yeah,
no,
technically, but it caught up with us here in the U.S. right around February, March, when they actually officially shut everything down. But technically, technically, you're right. It happened in late 2019, I think December.
Yeah. We'll say last year, 2020. But anyway, so we wanted to just take a quick second just to welcome everybody again.
Yes,
hi, everybody. This is Melissa Jane live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And tonight we're talking with Zan the Man. I want to welcome Dalroy Isaac and also Samantha Luke Sukraj in Facebook, and also everybody that's in YouTube. And I would encourage you guys, if you're in Facebook, to come over to the YouTube channel. Come over to the YouTube channel. I'm going to just drop it into to Facebook right now, as a matter of fact. Come over to YouTube. I want to get the numbers up in YouTube. Tell a friend. If you do bring few people over, you may be in the running to win $25 straight to your Cash App tonight. All right, guys. So do continue to invite. We still have a little bit of time. She Stole My Thunder, Lashless Journey, Sophia, and everybody else that's in the chat. Janet Blackman is just came in. Welcome, Janet. How you doing, my friend? Oral Ferguson, the big artist. We had a big show. And Malmo68. Good to
That's
have
Mary.
you here.
Mary's
well.
in the house. That's so
Hey,
cool. Hey,
Mary, welcome. And Sophia is here. Lashless and everybody else. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you. We're talking with Zan the Man tonight. Well, I mean, what a name! The name Zan the Man is just so exciting. Even before we're just about to continue, but where did you get the name Zan the Man?
You know, it was given to me when I was DJing. My DJ name was DJ Zan, right? And I was doing all these different type of international events. So I had a lot of Asians, Chinese, Japanese. And they would always say to me, "Oh my God, DJ Zan the Man, you are the man, you are the man." And they would constantly say it. Oh, and every time I would do an event, because when you rock in the crowd, they always say, "You the man, Zan the Man, Zan the Man." And after you keep hearing that so many times for different crowds, you're like, you know what? Then I made my whole website. It's still up, DJ Zan the Man. And so everybody knew me as Zan the Man. So when I did the whole transition, I just dropped the DJ and kept Zan the Man. Because everyone knew me as Zan the Man.
I love it. I love it. Welcome, Samantha. Thank you for coming over to YouTube. Awesome.
Always listen to your audience.
Yes. and thanks for listening to me too.
Yeah. So the fans gave me the name. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Okay. So last year you decided to come 100%, and I'm probably going to say 110% focused now on your calling. But when did you know that it was actually a calling, since you were doing entertainment all this time?
I knew a long time ago. I knew that some people believe in God, some people don't, whatever, but I do. And I knew that in my prayers and my meditation, that I was put on earth to serve humanity. Now, I didn't know in what capacity, but I knew I was put here to serve humanity. And for many years, I should say decades, I've always read books like Think and Grow Rich, follow Tony Robbins. Les Brown, friends with Les Brown, all these different motivational speakers and thought leaders and personal development teachers. I've gone to all the seminars. From Bridgeshard to T. Harv Eker. And I'm talking about as a entertainer, I believed in always your mindset, always personal development. So I've always been around it for decades. And I was even doing motivational speaking. When people would call me to speak, not just DJ, but sometimes comments. I would go to the schools and talk to the young kids, colleges and middle schools and high schools, and tell them about how to become successful. I would share with them success principles, techniques, strategies. So I was already doing it, but my main profession was DJing, but people still knew me for that also. I just wasn't doing it full time. And so I was always in those circles. And then again, to me, it was my career. And just think about, I just felt I was so blessed to be able to play music to make people happy, to make people feel good.
Know. That's
wonderful.
And
then you get to bring people together. There are two major events where people come together who haven't seen each other for years, maybe decades. One is funerals and the other one is weddings. And I got to be on the side where I get to do weddings and people get to come together, loved ones who haven't seen each other in decades. So I was always on the positive side of things. So for me, I always felt it was an honor to be a professional DJ and an MC. And I was so good at what I did. There was other DJs that would call me just to come and MC their events. And if you guys, MC stands for Master of Ceremonies.
Right.
It's the guy that talks on the mic but we also call it move the crowd, MC, move the crowd, or
Oh, I
motivate
haven't
the
heard that.
crowd.
I haven't heard that one.
Or motivate the crowd. So we were like, yeah, make some noise. And we was always, and I used to do, I don't care if it was cha-cha slide, Cupid shuffle, electric. I would lead all the dances because I'm a very good dancer. So I would lead all the, and, you know, it was just amazing. It was amazing. I did some of the biggest events in Vegas and LA. I mean, because you're talking about thousands of people.
Wow.
And you got them all swinging their hand. You got to move it to the left, move it to the right. You got, it was just amazing.
That
you
sounds like so much fun. I would have loved to be a part of that. Wow.
It was so amazing. And but I knew that was my career, but deep down I knew I had a calling. But again, you're making all this money, you're traveling the world, you with all these celebrities, all these important people, VIP, corporate people, CEOs. I'm having the time of my life, but I'm like, I don't want to stop this. And I'm just being totally transparent.
Yeah.
The pandemic made me like, okay, make a decision. Because I couldn't do both.
Yeah.
It's like you couldn't, it's almost like the old saying, you can't serve two masters, you can't be married to two women, because it requires that much of you. And when the pandemic hit, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go all in and leave this behind. Now, let me just put a little caveat on that. If I do get certain calls from certain celebrities or certain corporations, I would go ahead and, let me go, because what happens, you build up so much trust.
Yes.
They have so much, because it's more than just the talent. I had to sign NDAs, that's non-disclosure agreements for some, and also CAs, which is confidentiality agreements. You have to sign this. They do a background check on you, but once you get in the circle, everybody, it's all word of mouth. And you in. So they trust you, no one else. They trust you. So they only want you. They want your personality.
We want Zan the Man.
Yeah. So there's certain people I have relationships with. If they call me, I go take care of them. But as far as my, 24/7, this is what I do 24/7.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it because it's like you're making a difference. You're making
people's lives.
Yeah. Because before I'm making people happy, make them feel good. But this over here, whatever your dreams are, whatever your message is, I can help you turn that into a profit. I can help you discover, even in my coaching sessions, every single session I've had. I know hundreds, but maybe thousands. But my first session, always clarity. It's the 4 W's. Who are you? What's who, what, why, when? Who are you? What do you want? Why do you want it? And when? And let's get very clear on who you are, because most people don't know who they are, what they want. And my job as a coach is that first session is clarity. Let's get rid of the confusion and the doubt and the fear. Let's get you clear about who you are and what you want. And then we can go on into some strategies and things such as that to help make it happen, in the continuing sessions. But doing this kind of work, serving, sharing, and solving problems, I think is the threefold purpose that every human being is placed on earth for: to serve, to share, and to solve. And we can get more into that, but basically you're here to serve your purpose. You got to figure out, what is your purpose in life? Why were you put here? Why are you on this earth at this specific time in human history? Why? And then you're given certain talents and gifts and abilities. So that's what you share with the world to do what? To solve a problem, whether it's a pain or a hurt or something. We're here to solve problems. We're here to make a difference. Not be a problem, ladies and gentlemen, but to solve a problem.
not to be. I'm gonna encourage everybody to take out your pens and your notepads, because we're gonna get a quick lesson from Zan the Man today. We wanna know exactly how we can be more confident. But before we get into I love it. But before we get into that, let us take one quick question. Sophia says, ask Zan the Man. Can you ask Zan his most memorable experience in entertainment? And then once we do that, Zan is going to give us a quick lesson on how each and every one of us can become more confident.
We're getting personal now. Okay, so I've had so many great experiences. I want to say the time they flew me to Brazil and I saw the carnival. I'm trying to think. Okay, personal. I'm going to make it from my heart. Growing up I grew up in Motown in Detroit, Michigan. Okay. Ended up moving out to the suburbs and all that kind of stuff, but that's no big deal. I remember when I met Aretha Franklin, that was just so amazing to me. But as I went on in my career, you have certain heroes. You do. It's just in your heart. And a couple of my heroes, one was Muhammad Ali. I got a phone call from Layla Ali, which is his daughter. She kicked everybody's butt in boxing. Like, Zan, I want you to come do my wedding. I said, it'll be such an honor. And when I did that event, I was able to sit next to Muhammad Ali and talk to him. So you meeting the people that you look up to, it's like the best thing in the world. Dr. J, this is before Michael Jordan, you young kids out there. There was Dr. J that Michael Jordan looked up to. He called me to do his personal event. I'm like, Julius Irving? I'm like, yes, sir, I would be there. And then, but there's others too, like meeting Barry Gordy, going to the Grammys and things such as that. But for me, my biggest one was this guy right here. Me and Stevie Wonder.
Oh, look at you though. You look so young, man.
Right?
Nice.
That's before the gray hair, right? but you know, you put, and I cherish this. I mean, my aunt, my entire family, when they saw this picture of me and Stevie, they went crazy.
You better put that in the frame, Zan.
I have it. This is just an extra.
Just an extra
downstairs, you know, in the living room.
Gotcha,
but yeah, I have it framed. So, but I get, you get several pictures. You know, they send me like, I said, send that picture. They'll send me like 5 or 6.
Okay.
So, but this one I can keep close because you guys, you should notice this in your wherever you at, your environment should be. Let's go into confidence.
Okay.
One of the first things about confidence.
I got my book and pad.
I'm gonna give you guys the ABCs of confidence in a minute. Okay. But before we even talk about the ABCs of confidence.
Hey, the lead attorney's here. One second, give a big shout out to the lead attorney.
The lead attorney!
Both of you guys are so excellent. Thank you for helping me out.
TLA, we love you, man.
I'll tell you. Yeah, big kiss to the lead attorney. Good to have you with us.
In the house. You know, and that guy, he knows about confidence.
Oh my gosh, confidence exudes from the man. That's why I love people like you guys, man. Yeah, so I've always got to give maximum respect to the lead attorney anytime he comes through.
Mad respect, much love and respect, lead attorney.
All right,
amazing.
Go ahead now, my friend. Go ahead.
You know, and you know what? I can say this just about the lead attorney. The thing I like about him so much is character. That man has character. He has a good heart. He's intelligent, and if you notice on all his streams, he is so polite and respectful.
I know.
We need that back in the space, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and so I look at him and I watch how he moves, and because sometimes I hear people say, but I like to watch what they do. And you watch what he moves, and like, man, he exudes respect.
Yes, he'll go on for hours and give everybody a chance to come up on his platform. Talk about their channel, and he's so helpful. I have so much respect for that guy.
Number one, if you guys want to know the number one secret to success, you know. The number one secret to success is the same thing when you look at life is about relationships. Life equals relationship. Relationships equals business. Business is a relationship. But what ties all of those together is a 5-letter word that lead attorney and so many great ones out there do. VALUE. Always give value. Value. Because when you quit giving value, then what does life mean? What a relationship means? It's all based on value. So that's why I was saying earlier that we have a threefold purpose on earth: to serve, share, and solve. You're giving value. So we was talking about when I was showing the Stevie Wonder picture, like when we were showing this earlier, it's so important. Number one, set your environment up that's going to help you be confident. So in my environment, you see the shield on the back. That shield represents that's a superhero in all of us.
Oh, superhero. Okay.
So you should identify with your superhero. This is again, you said I have affirmations on my, you can't see it. I have affirmations on my wall. I have pictures on my wall that inspire me, that instills positivity in me, that instills confidence in me. You got to have your environment is so important because the environment out there in the world is nothing but negative.
That's true.
They always want to put fear in your ear. You have to set up your environment where you're constantly putting positivity and confidence. That's why you watch MJ, you watch the lead attorney. These guys are always giving you confidence. They're always making you believe in yourself, giving you intelligence, making you feel good about yourself. And so that's so important. But let's get into the ABCs of confidence. Well, first of
Okay.
all, let's define what confidence is, because when I did my research on this for over the years, people have different definitions when it comes to confidence. They define it
Okay.
differently. Some
All
people
right.
think it's a feeling, some people think it's this, that. Here's the official definition of confidence. Confidence is the positive belief in one's talents, gifts, and abilities to achieve and succeed. I'm going to repeat that again. I'll break it down for you. Confidence is the positive belief, not negative, the positive belief in one's what? Talents, gifts, and abilities to do what? To achieve and succeed. There is no success without confidence. Zero. And there's 4 enemies of confidence. I've been doing a series on this lately on my channel, but because look, we're here, so let's give it all up.
Let's give it up.
There's 4 enemies of confidence. Everybody knows the first one.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. I love the way how you come to the camera to talk to us. I love it. Hit the leader, Tony. Hit. Go ahead. I love it.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing.
I know.
But look, okay. So, guys, there's 4 enemies of confidence, right? Fear. We all know that. Doubt, confusion, and negativity. Fear creates doubt, or doubt comes from fear. Fear plus doubt equals confusion. And there's only 2 major energies in the world, positive and negative. So you can always know in yourself how confident you are based on, because the thing is this, and this, some people may not be aware of this, but that's okay. We're gonna teach them tonight. You're born with fear, so you cannot get rid of fear. What you can do is learn how to manage it and master it, and you do that through having more confidence. So if you have more fear than confidence, you're not gonna have confidence. You're gonna have more doubt. So there are 4 levels of confidence. You know, like Maslow hierarchy of needs, there's different levels. Well, there's 4 levels of confidence. And let me see. Yep, I shared. I got it here for you, so you guys can. Sometimes it's better to see it than to tell you. Can you guys?
Okay.
Can you guys see that? Let me see.
Let me give you full screen. Actually, I'm going to give you full screen for a little bit.
You can see it better.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, guys. There are 4 levels of confidence: soft, strong, super, and supreme. And most people live at this level, at level 4. But that's okay. I just want you guys to be aware that there's 4 levels of confidence, because every time you want to do something more and become more successful, every new level has a new devil. And that devil is what we talked about earlier: fear, doubt, confusion, and negativity. But that way you, every time you go to the next level, you got to have more confidence. Because if you don't have more confidence, you will sabotage yourself or drop yourself back down to the next level. Now let's talk about some of the ways you can build your confidence. We're gonna give you guys a lot, and then you can go watch the replay and sort it out. But here's real quickly the ABCs of confidence. Okay, A stands for attitude. That's mindset. B stands for your behavior. That's skill set. So I want you to understand that confidence is a combination of mindset and skill set. Mindset and skill set. A plus B equals C, and the C is confidence, right? And I gave you guys a definition of confidence. So first you have to work on your mindset, because success is from the inside out. It's an inside game first. You got to work on your mindset. That means mindset is a fixed attitude. It's a combination of your attitude, your thoughts, and your beliefs. That's why your environment is so important. You have to set up your environment so that you can be confident. You have to have that positivity around you. You gotta have, and I'm gonna give you guys a lot of good stuff here. But the behavior, you have to take action. Confidence comes by doing.
Yeah.
Not just thinking. You will feel differently, but first it starts with thinking, because whatever you think, you feel. Thoughts, feelings, and actions. So your thoughts control how you feel. You want to change how you feel, change how you're thinking. You have negative thoughts, you're going to feel negative. You have positive
That's
thoughts.
true.
That's the law of the mind. Whatever thought you think about long enough becomes a feeling inside you. And if you're waiting for the feeling, that means you need to go back to the thought first.
Right.
You change how you feel.
Jeez, that's good. That's good.
Is a positive belief. A belief, if you look at the word belief, or even the word believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E. Just look at that word, B-E-L-I-E-V-E. There's 3 letters in the middle. This might be too much, but that's low. The 3 letters in the middle.
I'm writing, man. I'm
The
writing.
3 letters in the middle of the word believe. It's a 6-letter word. The 3 letters in the middle is L-I-E, lie.
Oh.
Half the things you believe is a lie. How many things about yourself when you feel like you're not good enough, you're not smart enough? That's a lie.
Wow.
We have to change that belief because the truth will set you free.
Amen. Amen. Now.
So everything, because your beliefs control your behaviors. So you have to change your beliefs. That's why confidence is the positive belief. And a belief don't have to be true. All you have to do is accept it.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I have a framework for that too. I'll share that with you guys. But a belief doesn't have to be true to be believed. All you have to do is accept it. This is real. This is random. We can go this far. That's okay. This is the 4 belief quadrant. Belief is something one accepts as true or real. It can be true or false, conscious or subconscious, fixed or flexible, good or bad. So these are different components of a belief. And sometimes a lot of the beliefs that we have was given to us before we can critically question them. A lot of times our beliefs was given to us at a very young age. And sometimes we get our beliefs from our environment, the 3 E's: our environment, our education, and our experiences. And sometimes and that's why we need to be around coaches, other people in the community, come to channels like this, be around MJ, be around the lead attorney, people who's going to help you believe in yourself. Yes.
Right.
Because if not, exactly. you're still functioning off of beliefs that somebody else gave you. And it might have been with good intentions, but it's not serving you.
Yeah.
You wonder why you're not successful.
I know.
It makes a big difference. So again, your attitude, you have to change your mindset, your behavior, your mind controls your body. So how you think and how you feel controls how you act. But confidence, again, there's a piece of confidence that's believing, but it's not enough. Confidence is your belief in action. You have to do something. You have to act. So confidence is about doing. But again, people won't do if they don't believe. So we got to take care of the belief first. Yeah. And then we have to go take action. Because
that's why you say the mindset.
Action, you get no results.
That's why you was talking about the mindset as part of the ABC.
Exactly. And let's get a little bit more practical. There are 4 pillars to confidence: mindset, maybe 2 of them already: mindset, skill set, and then the other 2 are process and practice. So confidence is a mindset first, skill set second. It's a process. I mean, it takes time. It's like planting a seed, and it takes time because you just don't get confidence like that. When you see people out here acting, that's arrogance, because arrogance is fake confidence. Confidence is built, it's developed. We have it's coming out in January. We have a new membership coming out called Confidence Builders. The whole point is bringing people into the membership so we can build up their confidence.
Right.
So we can make them stronger. On the hierarchy I showed you, it was soft, strong, super, superior. I'll show that to everybody again. Yeah. So on here, it's can you see it? Yeah. So most people are at this level. It's not their fault either. They're at this level because it's a lot of fear and doubt. And that weakens your confidence. So your confidence is soft. We want to take people to the next level, to strong, even up to super. Forget about supreme, because that's like 1% or 1%. So hold up. Let's see what leader attorney. What does he say?
Yeah.
What does he say? Let me see what he said.
Thank you so much, guys. And thank you, Zan, for helping me out, giving me great information in our consultation.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
You see how great this guy is. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. Lead, you got my number. Anytime we could chop it up. Anytime.
Yes.
When you're family forever.
I know.
I love this guy forever. I'm always going to be there for him. He can call me anytime. He knows that.
Definitely. Your counting, your need help counting your funds, this is her making a nice plea for me. Here we go. A big show you my cash app here.
I
You
love
can
it.
you can just scan that and take care of that if you need to, or you can find Melissa Jane on Cash App as well. But
So MJ, real quick, let
yeah.
me just finish this up. So here is the 4 pillars of confidence:
Mhm.
mindset, skill set, process, practice. So
Mm.
process mean you have to trust in the process. It's gonna take time. You're not
Mhm.
gonna just get it overnight. But
Mm.
there is a way to hack that. I'm gonna explain that to you guys in a minute. But also, right here, practice. You gotta practice confidence. It's just not gonna just happen. The reason why is because confidence is a skill set. Skills are practice, and skills pay the bills, baby. Let's go.
For real, for real.
Because the thing is, when you develop your confidence, then your confidence turns into competence. Competence is skills, and so this is what we call the confidence competence loop. The more confidence you have, the more competence you have. The more competence you have, the more confidence, and that gets you to the next level. Because when I was trained in my coaching, or my mentor, my coach trained me what we call next level coaching methodology. So the methodology I was taught and trained in is we want to take our clients from this level to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. And I developed a framework around that, which I learned from Dr. Martin Luther King. The framework is this: you crawl, next level you walk, then you run, then you fly. And Martin Luther King, my favorite quote by Martin Luther King is, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving
Move.
forward. Yep,
Right.
keep moving forward.
Wow.
And so
Right.
my coaching methodology is all about how do I get the person to the next level. If you're crawling, I'm gonna get you to walk. If you're walking, I'm gonna get you to run. If you're running, I'm gonna get you to fly. If you fly, we're gonna keep you flying. You follow
Right.
me?
Right. Lovely,
So it's
lovely.
all about that next level. And when you're having confidence, confidence is good at a certain. That's why you notice certain people they can't go past a certain level because they didn't work on their confidence. And listen, they can have a certain skill set. If you go back and look at the Olympics, and when you got the men relays, why they kept dropping the baton, it wasn't because they didn't know what they was doing. They had the skill set, the Olympians. But the confidence, that fear, that doubt kicked in and made them sabotage themselves. And they kept dropping that baton every single time because they kept rehearsing the negativity. Because your mind controls your body. I don't care what you say. If that negativity and that doubt and that fear is there, when it's time to do it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And
So
my job in life is to get people past their fear. How? By developing more confidence in there, because the fear is always going to be there. We're born, the psychology shows that we're born with 2 fears. They study babies. They said that we're born with the fear of the loud noise and the fear of falling. And I say we're born with 4. And I give you my 4, but those 2 fall underneath those. We're all born with the fear of death, the fear of rejection, the fear of loss, and the fear of the unknown. And the pandemic proved that even more. That fear of the unknown time. They know what to do.
that's true. That's
And
so true.
part of what we do here is to get people to have more confidence than fear, because fear is always here. It's everywhere. It's
All right.
always there. All you gotta do is turn on TV or go onto your environment or talk to people you like. They're like, what are you saying?
So I mean, we're getting so much good feedback from the people in the chats. And I just want to remind everybody, guys, if you have any questions, specific questions for Zan the Man, drop them in and we'll take them in a second. Welcome to Gary Dixon. Welcome to Mrs. B. Finesse, come back in. Welcome to Lashless Journey, and everybody. Novelty it just came in, and of course, big shout out to the lead attorney is here in the building. Janet Blackman, Maria, Sophia, and everybody. It's so nice to have each and every one of you with us tonight. So we talked about quite a lot of different concepts. Now, guys, you're going to have to watch this from the beginning. You're going to have to watch this back, because Zan the Man has given us so much good nuggets here that it's hard to keep up in a little bit. It's hard to keep up with.
And we're just beginning. We're just beginning.
So you decided in last year, the beginning of last year, to do this full time.
Mm-hmm.
How has your life changed since you decided that you're going to just really embrace what your calling is?
Mm.
and go for it.
You know
You've
what?
done some training, you've done
You
some
know what?
extra training,
Yes.
certification, and all of that good stuff.
I feel like it's just it's nothing. I don't know how to explain this, but there's nothing better in life to wake up knowing you're living your purpose, you're living your passion, and you're making a difference in other people's lives. I and when people come to you and say you changed my life or you saved my life, I'm like, wow. And that's all part of the game. But when people come to you, I've had people who've been in therapy sessions for years, and when
Yeah.
they come in contact with me, boom. And again, I'm not. It's just that when you're in you're just in the right place at the right time, and you're making a difference. And when you look at all the negativity out here, all the BS that's going on out here, and you can be like a shining light for them, it just feels so good to be one of the and hopefully this comes across okay, but it feels so good to be one of the chosen ones because some
Yeah.
of us
Yeah.
there's I don't know, I'm just giving a percentage and I could be off on this. This is just my opinion. This is no science or no research, just my opinion.
Uh-huh.
You got the 80-20, the Pareto principle rule. And I think there's 20% of us who are made for this work to make a difference in the lives of the 80%.
Right.
Because
Right.
I love people, period, but most people they're lost and they're looking for stuff. They're looking for answers. They're looking for
Mhm.
solutions. And for you to be tapped on the shoulder as one of the people to lead them and guide them and help them and make a difference in their lives, for me, it's such an honor. It's such a privilege. So every day I wake up with this unbelievable sense of gratitude. I wake up with an attitude of gratitude. And I just want to get better and better and better on how I can serve, how I can share, how I can solve and make a big difference in people's lives. It just means so much to me. And that's why, and this is just, again, my opinion. I think coaching is the most honorable profession there is because coaching takes you from where you are to where you want to be. And there's many people out there because we live in an information age. They know what to do, but can they do what they know? And that gap is a coach to get you from knowing what to do to doing what you know. Because success is on the other side. Success is on the side of doing, not just knowing. Knowing is not enough. Believing is not enough. It's a start, but you have to take action. You have to achieve to succeed, not just believe. You have to believe to achieve, but then you have to achieve to succeed. And coaches get you to achieve. They even make you believe more in yourself. Sometimes people don't have enough belief. I said, believe in the belief that I have in you.
Right. Right.
and,
Right. So
it gets them going, and it makes a difference. So when I wake up every single day, I'm always looking for distinctions, ways. How can I get better? And here's one way you can get better. This is how you fast track things, guys. How you hack the system. You have to get a coach. I have 3 coaches now. I just took on another business coach so that I can scale my business in 2022 and help my
wow.
clients scale their business.
Yeah.
And because sales are good for me, but I want to scale things.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And it's 3 things: confidence, really 4. I give you all 4. Confidence, number 1, you got to have confidence.
Mhm.
Number 2, because I live my life by these 3 C's. I'm working on the 4th one. I live my life by confidence, coaching, and community. If you ever want
Oh
to
yeah.
fast track your success, you get number 1, you got to have confidence. Number
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
you get a coach, and preferably a confidence coach, but a coach, because a
Mhm.
coach is going to support you. It's going to get you there quicker. You got blind spots. You got to have a team to succeed.
Mhm.
TEAM, together everyone achieves more. You need a
Mhm.
team to succeed because success is a team sport. And 3, you got
Mhm.
to get yourself in the right community.
Right.
When you're in the
Right.
right community, it makes all the difference in the world. You have connections, you have collaborations, the whole 9 yards. And here's the other C: is compassion.
Mhm.
I'm not perfect. I'm working on compassion, but not compassion for others, but number 1, compassion for yourself.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we can be hard on ourselves, and we need to practice self-compassion. And compassion means more than just love, but sympathy and empathy. But it means understanding. It means listening. It means caring and sharing. We need to practice more compassion today in this world.
Right.
We really, because compassion is the difference that makes the difference, even especially in relationships, because I'm a big believer that you got to have these conversations, and conversation leads to good communication. Because you have a better relationship, it starts with good communication, but you got to have the conversation. But sometimes people don't want to have the conversation because they're afraid of being judged or misunderstood. That's where compassion come in. If you have compassion or compassionate conversations, you're willing to listen and ask for, hey, can you give me another example of that? Can you clear that up for me? We need that. If you don't, people shut down. That's why on my show, I want all opinions. I want all ideas, whether you agree or disagree. We can be respectful, have compassion. Because even the people that disagree with you, eventually, like, you know what? I didn't see it from that.
Didn't look at it that way. Yeah.
And then you might have changed their minds and give them an insight. But if you close yourself off, say, you don't agree with me, I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Are you there to help or hurt?
Right.
Are you there to heal or cause more pain?
Yeah.
And so when you come more in tune with your purpose, your heart goes out to give people hope, to heal, to help, to give them a helping hand. And that's kind of where I'm at, because I could do, there's some YouTubers out there that really do some stuff. I'm like, oh, that'd be nice and spicy. Like, well, what's your purpose though?
What's your purpose at the end of the day? I understand.
So while they're doing that, which is cool, make your money, do your thing. I'm not judging it. But over here, we're going to give you hope. We're going to heal you. We're going to give you more confidence. We're going to give you more positivity. And we're gonna...
for those who haven't been to Zan the Man's channel yet, you need to go over there. You need to go over there after we finish here, of course, because there's so much more of this. What he's doing here. There's so much more of this. He teaches several times a week, right? Could you just tell us about your schedule?
It's going to be changing, but right now, it's not even what I've been doing. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, and then also on Tuesdays I do the business sessions. About building, about creating, developing, and building an online business. I do that on Tuesdays. Right. Now, moving into next year, me and my team, so we can scale, we decided we're going to pull back on the Thursdays, on the Wednesday and Fridays. We're only going to do that show on Thursdays and then do the business show on Tuesdays, because I'm creating these other memberships for people to be a part of. One is the confidence builders, to build up your confidence so you have more success. And the other one is called business builders, to build up your business. And so I need to be present in both of those private membership groups. And so you only can be so many places, right?
I know.
I have to pull back from the YouTube so I can be present over there, because we're going to be doing challenges. I'm going to include online courses over there. I'm going to hook my people, I'm gonna hook my people up.
Yes. So people, you guys got a lot of stuff that's for free over there, but the memberships come in, and you're gonna be able to serve a lot of people, because there's a lot of good content that's there already. But there was a question that I wanted to ask you though. Yes. Was and we're gonna come to the chat room in a little bit. You said they may know what to do, but they just need a coach in order to get them there. What is it that's holding people back typically between knowing what to do but just doing what they know what to do?
Let's see if I can simplify real quick. Well, again, the difference that makes a difference is a coach. When you have a coach, there's a sense of accountability and responsibility there. You feel it even in your bones that somebody else is on my side to help me win. And then you get a few things that go along with it. These S's, I'll give you a few of them. One is, you got someone that's supporting you. Everyone needs support. Knowing that this guy is supporting me so I can be successful, it helps you believe in yourself more. Number two, someone's going to give you some strategies, because you cannot figure this out by yourself, or it'll already be figured out. So now you can rely on somebody else's experience and expertise to help you come up with the right strategies, because part of success is not just knowing what to do, but when to do it. Timings are very important. Another S is a system. A great coach will give you a system, SYSTEM, and that stands for save yourself time, energy, and money, or saves you stress, time, energy, and money. So you need a system.
I love it.
So again, but if you're trying to do everything by yourself, let me tell you the honest to God truth, because success is a team effort. It's a team sport. It's not sustainable. So you might have some success, but you're human. Eventually, because even the more success you have, with success comes stress. How long can you keep dealing with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So eventually you're going to, as humans, you're going to break down. And when you break down, now you cannot be consistent, because you need consistency along with success too. So again, people have blind spots when they're going for success or going for anything, and a coach helps you. It's almost like driving. I don't care how great of a driver you are, MJ. There's always a blind spot. It's a natural blind spot. Your coach is right there while you're driving, doing the work in the passenger seat. You know what? Before you get over, so we won't have this accident. There's a car there, so let's let that car pass first, or let's speed up. They're there to give you that guidance, that direction. And again, who wants to be lonely achieving client success? It's good to have some other people there with you. It makes a big difference. And then another S is socialize. You have someone to socialize with because it gets lonely. That's why I'm creating a community so there's other like-minded and like-hearted people that's going through this with you. You're not going through this, you're growing through this. Because
lovely.
So yeah, so that's why coaching is I feel so honored that I was given this mandate or this commandment. Hey, be a coach. Okay. Cool. Coaching is so huge. Okay, just like being a doctor, be a doctor. Okay, but what type of coach? And then that's where they get confidence coach. That's my specialty.
Okay,
there's fitness coaches. There's all type of coaches out here, but what's your specialty? Because whatever you specialize in, you get to monetize in. Because that's your niche. You get rich in your niche.
Say that again. Say that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen very carefully. Whatever you specialize in, you can monetize in. Because look at doctors. If you are a heart surgeon, you follow me? They make more money than a general doctor.
Right.
If you're a plastic surgeon, yes, specialization is everything. Special, and even when I was in the DJ industry, I was considered an interactive DJ. And my specialty was I just wasn't those guys that get here. I was very interactive on the mic, engaging with the crowd. I could play everything from salsa, merengue to hip hop to R&B to oldies to you name it. I was able to play everything from Frank Sinatra to 50 Cent. I had such a variety of different things, so that made me appealing to all different types of crowds. So remember, I'm doing bar and bar mitzvahs. I'm not even Jewish, but he's I think he just passed away last year. You can look this up. Sheldon Adelson here in Vegas. He was worth like $44 billion. He owns the Sands. He owns the Venetian, the Palazzo. He owns the Sands over there in Marina Bay and Singapore and all that. He built all that. Remember, he has a school here. Him and his wife, Miriam, has a Jewish school here. They called me to do the graduations at the school. He called me to do his son's bar mitzvah.
Wow.
I would go out to his mansion, his ranch, and do events for private, he had private parties out there. I would go out there. Once you get in, you're in. But again, the point is to be so good at what you do, have the right attitude and the right confidence, but also have the variety. And that because they knew that was my specialty. Zan is interactive. He's variety and versatility, and the guy could dance and he can interact with people. I used to teach people, and I used to go, we used to do our DJ conferences. I used to get on stage and say, hey guys, I know you're here for the latest equipment and the latest microphone, but let me tell you, I know you think you're in the music business, but you're really not. Music is a tool that we use. We're really in the people business. So learn how to get your social skills. And some of the guys are like, I don't believe that. Okay, cool. But that's why they fly me all over the world and you stay in your backyard DJing. But again, it's like because business is a relationship. We're building relationships. And a lot of the guys didn't understand it. They stay focused on the equipment. That's cool, but how you gonna talk to people? How you gonna it was just amazing to me how some guys didn't get it. But it could be in other industries also. We are in the people business. And to be a coach where you can help people bring out that best of them and that potential. One thing that all people have. I don't care in we're not just a first world country, but in the third world country. Because I've traveled all over the world. I've been so blessed. I'm so happy for that. But everybody has these two things, desire and dream. And everybody want to live their dreams. How do they do that? And I think a coach gets you there faster. You could try to figure it out. You could say, okay, you want to do it by yourself? Cool. Find you a mentor. Whatever you want to do, somebody is already living that. Find out what they did, study them, and try to follow that process. But sometimes it's not always available to you because you got to do the research. Then you got to build up the wherewithal, the discipline, and the dedication, and the determination, all this stuff. And you have a coach, we're going to get you there.
Okay.
That's what we do. We're going to get you there.
That
because
is.
you bring me on to get you to that next level. And it's the funny thing about success. It's not enough just to have success. How do you maintain it once you get it? Because you see many people that get there and they fall off. And the reason why they fall off is because their identity never caught up. And they didn't have the right support system around them. Because the more success, oh, this sounds negative, but it's so true. The more success you have, ladies and gentlemen, the more of a target you become. That's why you got to have a support network.
Wow.
You got to have a support team. And having a coach, the number one person that you should have on your team, and then everybody else.
Can you just expand on that a little bit more? The more successful you are, the bigger target you're going to be. Could you just talk about that a little bit more?
It's supposed to happen too. What happened is
water break.
Yeah, water break. Let's go. Hey, we're talking real life here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
I know, right?
So look.
Oh,
this is how success
DJ Smooth.
happens.
Welcome, DJ Smooth.
Yeah,
this guy speaks the truth.
Yeah, thank you so much.
He's a DJ. He's a DJ as well.
This is why we do this. But here's the thing about success, and anyone who's been successful know this. This is why a lot of successful people have very close, tight circles, because it's hard to trust people, because it's in our nature to survive. Right? There's 3 levels. There's survival, success, and status. It's in our nature. It's human nature. The first law of life is self-preservation. Yeah. So in the world we live in, we call that resources. And when you see someone's got some resources, you want some of those resources. And you would do anything, lie, cheat, and steal, and kill to get those resources. When you become successful, you become the target. He's got the resources. She's got the resources. How do we get to those resources? And everybody's coming at you. Advertisers are coming at you. Family, your friends out of the woodwork coming after you. I mean, and then people change because and the reason why people change is not your fault, but envy and jealousy sets in. And it's just, when you have success and you're blessed, that's part of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you're happy, you're fortunate, but also to be envied. That's in the book, the other book, the Bible. It's in the book. It says there's chapter and verse that talks about when God blesses you, when you are blessed, when you're a blessed individual, it means to be happy, to be fortunate, be prosperous, and to be envied. You cannot take that away from it. So in today's world, when you become, that's what, look at all the haters. It is supposed to happen. And the part that hurts the most is when the haters are people you already know, who saw you come up, and they want to take credit for your stuff, or they're just jealous. I mean, this happens it's not just strangers. You have family members because you're famous and they're not. How do you manage that? Wow. And you have people. So again, you become a target. That's why it's so important to have. And when you get to a certain level, I don't just recommend just a community, because within every community is a community. So if you say, for example, there's 100 people, let's say 1,000 people in your community. In that community is a community. We call that a circle, like your inner circle. And then within that inner circle, there's a circle within that circle. We call that your private club. So again, to give you an example, something that everyone should be able to relate to, because these are stories that people know. If you take Jesus Christ, for example, he had 12 disciples. That was his community. Within that community, he had 3, Peter, James, and John. That was his inner circle. So when you have success, you want to be around people who are successful, because the jealousy is less, because they got either what you got or even more. That's true. People who are successful don't punch down. They don't. They're like, okay. And also, a lot of times, people who are successful, the mindset it takes to become they become not your competition, your collaborators. Hey man, how can we link up and do more together? Yeah. We should have celebrators, not haters. We should have people who want to collaborate, not compete. Right. People who want to be competitive, that comes from a place of insecurity and immaturity and jealousy. And for me, I'm talking about me personally. When I have people that come into my life and I see that you're like that, I don't like that kind of energy. So I'm like, you know what? Thank you so much, but no thank you. Because I'm independent enough where I don't need you.
Right,
I
right,
don't want
right.
the energy around me. And if I
Uh-huh.
have to do business with someone like that, it's normally
Uh-huh.
going to be a one-off, like just to get to promote a
Right.
product or something. It's a one-off.
Okay.
Good. You made your man, made your money. Bye. Can we hang out? No, we can't hang out. We ain't like that, bro. We ain't family. You know,
We-
and we have to know the difference between allies and enemies, because I
Right.
don't mind doing business with a person who's an ally, but an enemy will sabotage you and go behind your back and stab you. But
Ooh.
allies can become enemies, your friend enemies, if they let their envy or jealousy consume them. So I put them
Mm,
on temporary basis.
mm,
Friends become family. Family
mhm,
always got your back. And
mhm,
it's hard to have more, it's nice to have, but they don't come in big numbers. Friends and family.
mm,
Again, when
mm.
you're going after success. If you
Wow,
ain't doing nothing in life, it's easy, you
that's
know.
true.
But
Let me give a couple more shout outs. Shout out
let's
to
go.
Friendsgiving. Welcome to the show. We're gonna have to wrap this up soon. I know we could go on all night, and this is why I wanted you to on my show,
Oh my
so I
God,
could just
I didn't realize what time it is.
I could just monopolize your time for this.
No,
But
it's
so
okay. I'm having time goes by fast. I didn't realize this. Yeah,
already
hey, I'm
already
open. It's up to you guys.
an hour
Ask,
20.
whatever. Look, MJ, I love you so much. I respect you so much. Whatever's going to bring the most value to your channel, to your guests, I'm here. You can have me for totally up to you guys. You can have me for the next 30 minutes. It's totally up to you
Oh,
guys. I'm having fun.
beautiful. All right. So what we're gonna do then? I just have two questions, and I want to go to the chat room as well. We have some really nice comments in the chat. I want to really bring them up and just let you see. But also, big shout out to Friendsgiving. Big shout out to um who else? Novelty came in. Novelty, the recording artist Novelty is here. I'm loving this good stuff, she says.
Woo,
And
woo.
also a blind guy, his wife, their life. I gave you a shout out earlier.
Oh my gosh, look at
This
them.
was
Those are
where
people.
you guys were where I first saw Zan the Man, and I said I gotta have Zan the Man on my show. Today's the day, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This information that he's given is just priceless, and I'm so happy
Thank
that I'm going to
you.
be able to just rewatch this recorded and make my notes properly and really learn from him and I'm just excited and I can tell that the chat room is really loving this as well. So we're going to come to the comments in more detail in a little bit. I want to just ask two more questions, and I'm going to give you
Yeah,
a chance to just summarize everything, Zan. But what has been the biggest challenge, or what sort of client has been the biggest challenge so far, and how did you work through that?
wow. Oh gosh, let me see. I'm not gonna name names. Let me see. You know what?
No, no names.
I can't. The biggest challenge for me, and it's kind of it really touched my heart. Um, okay, here's an analogy. We're in football
Mm,
season, right?
mm,
If you're a coach, you want your team to win, and
mm,
coaches can only coach players that can get on the field and play. But if that player gets hurt, he can no longer coach them. That player got to come out for concussion protocol or whatever. We got to put you on the sideline
mm,
and get you some rehab
mm,
because you can't play anymore.
mhm,
And you want to help everyone, but you can't help everyone.
mhm,
So
mhm,
what I mean by that in real life, there are people that come to me that want some coaching, and I realize that what you need right now is therapy.
mm,
You They can't get the coaching. I can't put them on the field to play so we can go get success because you need some issues you got to get worked out first before
mhm,
I can
mhm,
actually coach you.
mm,
So there's and that's been tough for me because there's levels to this. Like there's a level of therapy where people really need help.
mhm,
Because you don't
mhm,
give them therapy, the next level is teaching. They
mm,
can't hear what you're teaching because they need therapy. They're in too much
mhm,
pain, they're in too much trauma, and they can't hear what you're teaching because they need therapy. The next level after teaching is coaching. And there's
mhm.
one more level after coaching, is what we call mentoring.
Mentoring. Yeah.
Mentoring. That's they actually hold your hand and walk you through everything. But I can't coach someone I can't teach. If you can't teach it, they need therapy. So there's been a few people that come to me, and in that first session, I realized I'm not qualified to help you. You have to go get some therapy first because
Okay.
I'm a coach. I know some therapy techniques, but I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not qualified. And that's something in this business that I teach other coaches, that you got to realize real quickly that you're not for everybody and everybody's not for you.
That's true.
And
That's
you have
true.
to be okay with that. You cannot, when you're given an assignment, that's your assignment. Stay in your lane, play your game. It's almost like the analogy of if someone said, I need you to go clean my mansion or whatever, fix up my mansion, and your talent is cooking. But you see, the kitchen is dirty. No, your job is to, oh, but what about the roof? No. Your job is to cook. We brought you in to cook, not to go do a roof. We didn't,
Right.
So it's like, even on a baseball team, if your job is to pitch, don't be trying to play first baseman or out center fielder. Play your position, because you have to know your role and play your position in life. Because you have to, because those are the talents, gifts, and abilities you've been given at birth to be able to do that job and do that assignment. When you get out of position, not only are you going to not do it that well, but you're actually getting somebody else's way who's supposed to be over there to solve that problem. So you can't solve all problems. So that was a big relief for me to understand that, even though it's still emotionally, you still want to help everybody, but you can't help everybody because you're not here for everybody. There are problems going on in Ghana. There's problems going on in Puerto Rico. There's problems going on in DC. You're not here to fix that. You're here to fix this.
Right. So have you been able? So have you had to turn clients away, or
I do it all the time. In fact, to be honest with you guys, Halloween, with the end of October, since then I have not been taking any new clients. Just because we got some other projects we got coming out, but I just been when you do a lot of one-on-ones, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I have to turn people away. And also, here's another thing: if I don't feel that the energy is right, if I don't feel like we're compatible, that I can really make a difference in your life, I just say no. I'm sorry, I have to say no. I don't think it's a good fit. Because I don't really need the money. I made money already, so I don't pay my bills for coaching.
Right.
So that's why it's good to be financial independent a little bit.
Absolutely.
So you can choose from the right place. Absolutely. If you need the money, you say yes to everything. But I'm in a good position.
And burn yourself out. I love that. I love that answer. Beautiful.
So I hate saying no to people, but sometimes that's the best answer.
But do you have like a network of other people that you can like refer people to instead of you having to take the money? You can just say you can probably work with this person.
You saw them on they come on my channel. There's other coaches on my channel.
Oh yes, that's true.
Other people like, hey, you want to take that person, you can.
Okay.
So yeah, I like. In fact, sometime next year, I'm not sure when. I can't give you an exact date. I'm actually gonna have an entire coaching program coming out. I don't know if it's going to be certified or not, but it's going to be a coaching program. People are coming to me like, I want to coach like you. Okay, great. Here's step one all the way through the whole process.
Gotcha.
So that's coming out later. We got some other stuff coming out first, but that's going to be coming. That's another brand. I have 4 brands, but that's going to be another brand that's coming out later in 2022.
Beautiful.
But
do you have a website that's up and ready right now? Obviously, I know you have stuff.
So the site is up right now. ZanTheMan.com, that's still up, but that's the collaborative website with me and Evan on Built to Serve. We're going to be revamping that in the next few weeks. That's going to be more reflective of all the different things I do. I was doing that for a while, direct coaching, one-on-one, and also I partner with him on some things because again, he asked me to build the Built to Serve. He's got over Evan is big time in the thought.
That's a big name. That's a big name.
If guys out there don't know who Evan Carmichael is, just go to evancarmichael.com or look up Built to Serve, this book here. Me and him partner up together. You talk about living, following your purpose and living your life and serving a passion. He's linked up with Brendan Bashar, Tony Robbins, and all the top guys out there, Tom Bilyeu, all the top guys out there. He's connected with all those guys, and him and I, we connected, became partners, and he's got over 3 million YouTube followers. I mean, and his whole channel is all about positivity and believe in yourself more. I mean, everything about him is very positive.
Are you still accepting coaching for this or no?
Well, okay. Let me be transparent with your crowd. We used to do this. I don't do anything free anymore. But we built this site way back in April, and I've got more than enough clients. So even if someone click on that right now, they cannot book me. They can
Oh,
try, but they
got
can't book me.
you.
We're gonna
Got you.
we're gonna change the. I haven't looked. This is part. Let me say this. This is funny. This is part of I call the three-headed monster in the business. Okay, so people, they come into this business and they're a messenger. Every messenger has a message. It's the 4 M's. You're a messenger, you have a message. Everybody on this earth has a message. They have a story to tell. But then the other 2 M's where people get hung up on, the marketing and making the money. How do you market your message and then monetize your message? And people get hung up on that. So one of the things I decided to do come 2022 is help my clients and other people make money from their message. You have an idea, you have an expertise, you have a message, you have a story. How do I make money, turn that into a business really?
Yeah.
Instead of working a 9 to 5 and you have all this passion, how do you? So the three-headed monster is tech, marketing, and sales. And the reason why this is a three-headed monster because people are afraid of monsters. So when I talk to people, to interview people and coach people, these are the 3 things that are like, oh my God, I don't know how to do the tech. And fear comes up. Oh my God, marketing. I don't know how to do marketing. Fear comes up. Sales. Oh my God, I'm afraid to sell. Oh my God, I don't know what to say. And okay, I say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create programs to help people get past that. Because the beautiful thing about creating courses, you can deep dive. You can explain things. You give people exercises and worksheets to work them through those situations. You could take more time. Like I've got a 4-week course coming up. They walk people through how to do certain things. It's gonna take them 4 weeks. It's an entire program. You can't just talk to people like, hey, and then because we're all about transformation here.
Right.
And transformation is about taking that caterpillar into a butterfly. And once you become a butterfly, you never return back to being a caterpillar. So we got to make that transformation. It takes time. What I was saying earlier about the process and the practice. So I want to tackle that three-headed monster moving on in 2022, tech, marketing, and sales. So that website, that's tech. And I'm still learning some of the tech. So we're going to change the website. But right now, I put that site up. Evan and I did. We put that site up back in April of this year. But I've been so busy, I haven't done it, but now we're gonna make some changes to it.
You've got so much going on, and we're so excited for 2022.
You want to keep up with your clients. You want to do your YouTube live, guys. You guys know? Do you guys know how much effort it takes, like behind the scenes, for MJ to do this?
Oh my gosh!
It takes people don't see all the preparation. It takes a lot to do this.
For the people that are in here, they pretty much know because most of these people are YouTubers. So listen, respect to all of you YouTubers that are on 3-4 times a week. Listen, I'm trying to build myself up.
And even post-production, if you're going to get into editing, I don't edit anything because editing is so time-consuming. I'm actually going to hire an editor because it's like, this is too time-consuming.
Yeah, it's like, I probably will be soon. So we're on the final stretch now, Zan the Man. This has been just electric.
Let me give away a freebie. They can get a freebie right now. We talked about gratitude earlier this month. There's a freebie. There's a gratitude worksheet they can get at zantheman.com/gratitude, capital GRATITUDE. I wish I could put it in. Maybe I could put it in the chat.
I'm gonna try to put it up.
Yeah, Zan the Man. Let me see if I can put this in here. Zan the Man. At least they get something for free. .com.
Coming soon. Zantheman.com. Get notified when we launch. It says.
Yes, they can hop around. That's another one coming out too. And then this one right here, because you got the small G. That's a coming soon page. Because let me tell you what's going to happen with that. I've got the ebook and the workbook, and also going to do an online course. And when I get that completed,
we got it.
The people that's on that email list, they're going to get it for free.
All right. So guys, go to this address. I'm going to drop this address in the chat, and then
they can get a free worksheet right now.
Get a free worksheet.
They can have something right now, right away for that.
Listen, I told you you were going to get something free for you.
There you go. Yeah. And like I said, the website pretty soon, in a few weeks, is going to reflect all of this new stuff.
All right. The link is in the chats, guys. So go ahead and sign up for that. And you can have that right immediately today. But what I want to
I love this. MJ, you're doing such a great job. I mean, this is so amazing.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
I knew I was going to have a good time, but this is even better than I expected.
Oh, I appreciate you. I just want to show a few comments that we had here today.
Any questions, guys? Yeah.
You know someone that needs a confidence, please visit the guest website, Zan the Man, something that's come here. His passion is overflowing with goodness. Oh my gosh, says Janet. Zan is on another level.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
one of the reasons they call him Zan the Man, says is that Maria?
What a great audience.
Um, let's see what else we have here. To all those who want to click more confidence, click that's that's your YouTube channel, I believe.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's your YouTube channel. I'll pull that up. Wow, he's so full of life. I'm enjoying this his enthusiasm, says
Hey, can I
Janet.
say something real quick? Look,
Yes.
people, they're so nice and so complimentary. But guys, all of us have this. That's why it's so important to know your purpose, your passion. When you know that, it comes out of you naturally. It's just there. And when you meditate, you do your visualizations. I'm a big believer. Look, people ask me some of my secrets. One of them is this: every hour, first when I'm in the bed, before I put my feet on the floor, I lay in my bed for just a couple of minutes and just appreciate life. I woke up today, and I would not get out of my bed without acknowledging I have an attitude of gratitude. Okay, because gratitude is the secret to so many great things out there, guys. And we'll have to get into all that here, but it's just important. But then when I leave, I go into my prayer closet. Hour of power, the first hour every single morning. It's my
Wow.
morning ritual I spend alone with myself. And during that hour of power, there's quite a few things I do, but I'll give you a couple of them. I do affirmations.
Uh-huh.
I do visualization. Or you could call it declarations. I do that. I do meditation. These things you have to, because you gotta nurture the spirit part of you and your soul and your body. After I do my hour power, I exercise. Now the exercise thing, I'm not as consistent as I need to be. But
You're working on that one.
Working on it. Because I still like my chips and ice cream and cookies. I'm working on it.
Listen, man, sugar's a wicked thing for me, especially.
Oh my God, it tastes so good.
Right? God help us.
And it makes you feel, like Les Brown said, it's so good. You take your shoes off, you wiggle your toes. But I'm working on that. But again, I have to prepare myself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, so that when I show up for my clients or from these wonderful people here, I can deliver. I can give them value, because your time is precious. You can be any place in the world, but you're here. And when you're here, we want to make sure that you come here, you leave here better than you came. That we give you massive value. And I want to give them so much, they got to go back and watch the replay.
Exactly. And that's what I said in my introduction. You're not going to be the same after you watch this show tonight. You're not going to be the same. You can't be the same. You know, you need to just go back and definitely make some notes, take some nuggets, because this is a full workshop here. This is a workshop here. So let's go back to these comments. Zan and Melissa just killing it. Thanks for your positive energy, says Mayamo, is that Maria? Did you say that was Maria?
That's Mary, yes.
Mary, sorry, Mary, not Maria. Okay, and then Sophia, the lead attorney, Darren Clark, one gentleman who showed awesome love and respect to you in the comment section. I think she was talking to a lead attorney there. It's a sure blessing to know your purpose, says Janet.
Everything.
Absolutely. Sophia, I'm a pretty decent person, but just refuse to deal with the lady who birthed me. I avoid negativity to not become negative. That's a shame.
Let's address Sophia. You know, we know that sometimes people don't always have the best upcoming relationships with their parents and with their loved ones. This is why it's very important. Find a community of like-minded individuals, because you can have adopted sisters and brothers and parents, because again, it's energy, right? So let's get you around the right energy, so that those things that need to be filled in you by the other person could be filled in you by another person. So your community and getting around the right people that can fill you up makes all the difference in the world, because you're not in this by yourself. And respectfully, Sophia, you're not the only one who does not get along with their parents. So we'll have other people who have done so they could be okay and be healthy. They join a community. They join a membership. They found a coach. So there's always an answer to every problem out there. There's always an answer.
Okay, we have you also have the YouTube community, of course.
Yeah, come
Um,
on. But this is a
I
good place for her to be.
I thought so powerful. They can build us up or tear us down. You're talking about visualization
Yes.
and so forth. Zan the Man is so correct about negativity. I avoid it at all costs, says Sophia. Zan the Man, serious question. Is it difficult working with Tony Stark? Does Thor remind everyone he's considered a god?
You nailed it. You nailed it.
I'm not with you on that one.
What they said is that because Tony Stark, Iron Man, he has a huge ego because he's rich and everything else. And he has a huge ego, and so sometimes he can be difficult and very domineering and bossy. And Thor, he's Asgard. He comes from the, and so he always like, I'm Thor. He always want to let you know who he is. I'm like, yeah, you know, but the chill can take care of them.
I love your spirit, Zan. It was so sad working on a cardiac and geriatric floor with nurses saying they just doing it for the dollars.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, again, it's so hard. I don't even want to really pass judgment on them because sometimes people are in different situations and they just gotta go get the money. They you know, again, survival. And they look, just like there's people could justify anything. There's people out there on the streets call themselves street pharmacists and they're selling stuff to their own people who are killing their own people, but they want that money.
Yeah,
And
money.
they want that money to feed their kids and do all the stuff they want to do. And again, that's not not there to solve that problem, but we recognize it what it is. If that person knew that purpose, they wouldn't be out there hurting people.
That's true. Skills pays the bill, says Janet, echoing what you said. Wow, he's so genuine, says Janet as well. Compassion, understanding, knowledge, and tolerance. The world needs more, says Janet. Yes. The guy is speaking the truth, says DJ Smooth. Big shout out to you, DJ Smooth. So very, very true about being a successful target. Once you reach that level, then you're becoming a target. I would love to get his number, says DJ Smooth. I'll hook that up for you, DJ Smooth.
And you know, and when she said about successful target, it's just true. You have to become. It's just the way the world works. You have to become more protective. You just have to, because people want what you got.
That's true. That's true. That's scary. That's very scary. And I think that might be even the reason why some people don't try to be as successful as they could, because they were
but see, again, but that's why you get yourself around the right people, join the right community. And for me, one of the things I do, and I kind of learned this by, it was put on me. I didn't, when you're working with a lot of celebrities. So I was in the DJ world, and the celebrity DJ, as a celebrity DJ, you're forced to sign NDAs and CAs. So you can't go out there on social media, hey guys, guess who I'm working with next week? You can't do that because they have privacy, they have kids, they need to be protected.
Yes.
So they have to trust you. So you sign the NDAs and the CAs. Guys, just join us. NDAs are non-disclosure agreements, and the CAs are confidentiality agreements. You sign those. If you violate that, you can be sued. You can lose your business.
Right.
And you can lose your reputation. You lose all your connections. And when they know that they could trust you because you keep everything hush hush.
Yeah.
So
they'll bring you back.
Because of that. And that's, I also tell you this, that's on a professional level. When I was in high school, this goes way back. When I was in high school, my friends would tell me things and I would never go repeat what they said. Mm-hmm. And then people would come to me for advice, because when I was a kid growing up, I think I was maybe 13, 14 years old. Well, this is more information, this is more transparency. But my father had me read the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs in the Bible is the book of wisdom. So at 13, 14 years old, I was reading it. I said, Dad, I don't understand. He says, doesn't matter. Read it anyways. He would have me, every chapter I read was the chapter corresponding to the day of the week it was. So if today is the 21st, in the morning, I would read the 21st chapter of Proverbs. I was doing that for a while. And then I became more wiser than my contemporary, my friends. So they would come to me for advice. And then when it came to me advice, I would never repeat what they said. And they're like, wow, I could trust them. So now fast forward, when you become a professional, you're forced to keep your mouth shut because of the agreements. But it also taught me something very important. stay underneath the radar. So when you become successful, I don't go out there and brag. Now keep my mouth shut. I want to be underneath the radar because that way you won't become a target. Now, only interviews like this, they find out more stuff, but they're never gonna know how much money I'm making.
Right. But I would also say just being around so many celebrities helped you to raise your level of excellence because you're around such,
you have
Dion and Stevie Wonder.
There's no excuse. You have to step your game up. Even if they say, "Hey Zan," like when I was here early with you, people know about that, but I was here. It's like he's already here. Like, yes, if I have an event and say, "Zan, we need you here at 5 because the event's gonna start at 6," I was there at 3:00.
Wow.
Because I took no chances on. Because there's no room for excuses. They pay you for success, not excuses. So you can be like, "Oh my God, I hit traffic. Oh my God!" So you go 2 hours early as a buffer in case something ever happens. And I was always early. So I had a reputation of showing up early. And sometimes they would ask me to start early. And sometimes I wouldn't even get paid. Like if I was supposed to start at 6:00, it says, "Since he's already here, can he start early?" And I would say, "Yes, I would love to start early." And I would start a half an hour early so they could let people in earlier because you set up the ambience. But guess what that does? Because you're doing 110%, they're like, "You know what? We need to have him back on every single event."
Right.
He shows up early and he doesn't mind giving extra.
Yeah. Go above and beyond.
If the event's supposed to end at 10 and I still got a packed dance floor, I'm like, "Guys, how about 2 more songs?" Yes. And I would give them 2 or 3 more songs. But then I had to learn to start checking with the staff in advance. Like, because when the staff, if you go 2 or 3 songs extra, the staff has to stay later and then they have to pay that staff. So I will always talk to the manager in advance. It's okay if I do a little extra overtime. And I would not charge the client. But guess what would happen? They would tip me, and I always paid the IRS. Okay, they would tip me and always bring me back, and then refer me. Like for example, on this one more little part. Like for example, so I did something for Allstate. Allstate got offices all around the world. They would send me to all their locations.
Nice.
Modesto, California, San Francisco, California, San Diego, because you do such a great job for one. They want to refer you to all of them.
Wow.
Arizona, everything. So.
Beautiful.
Giving extra, giving massive value always turns out. So when I give my clients or people that's on my channel, you know what? You guys can get a free ebook, a workbook, and a mini course for free because you've been supporting me. And I normally could charge $47 or $97 for that, but I'm gonna hook you up for free to give you a lot of value because you've been there for me.
That's so true.
Give value.
That's so true. You're awesome. Novelty says, "I'm loving this good stuff. Yay, all the progressive people collaborating," says Blind Guy, his wife. And Know Your Role says, "She Stole My Thunder. Wasn't that a line from the Rock from his WWE?"
I don't know, but I know he used to say, "Do you know what the Rock is cooking?"
All right, a few more. There is Zan the Man's website and his information. You're keeping. Let's just make sure we get the right ones. Gratitude was the
free worksheet
link with a capital G. As well.
You guys are great. I love the energy of the people.
Hour of Power. That's a needed discipline.
Yes.
Hour of Power, right? I like that idea.
And as we said, guys, all you gotta do is make a choice. Block that time and make sure that time is for you so you can show up for your family and your friends and you can show up for yourself. You need that time alone with yourself to be centered with yourself. You must have, even if you can't do an hour, do 30 minutes.
Do something wonderful. My daily duties are praying, repenting, and asking God to rebuke things if necessary.
Yes.
Every single day, says Zan. Friendsgiving, fancy seeing you. Let's see, we're almost at the end here. Friendsgiving, I swear I see you in Before the Billions. He's doing a 24-hour stream tonight. Don't look. She Stole My Thunder. I might have been over there too. Great minds. Good to see you all being so.
I love that comment. That is so true. Go ahead, Ricky Smiley. DNA makes your relatives love, attitude makes your fat. I love that.
Yeah. Great info. My big bro told me excuses yield no excuses. All right. So yeah, we have a PayPal for Zan the Man as well. Must have got that from your website or something.
I don't even promote that, but
or probably in your about in about me
I think it's on my
section
YouTube. Yeah, thank you
on
so
your
much.
YouTube. Time alone. But there are so many lives to watch. Okay, this has been really informative, always inspiring, says Blind Guy, his wife there live. I want to thank every single person in the chat who gave comments and gave your feedback.
So nice.
Do you have anything else that you want to let people know that you have out right now, or is everything still in the works coming?
It's coming. It's
It's
coming. It's
coming.
coming. They can always check back. I would say definitely by the third week of January, we should have quite a few things out.
All right, so
Which
just
is really nice.
get the gratitude worksheet, and once you get that, then you can probably get be informed of what's coming next by
Yes,
email.
they'll be on the email list.
All right, and
guys, by the way, if you see what I did here, it is so important to have an opt-in page to collect people's name and emails, because without an email list, you don't have a business.
Yeah.
So you've got to have some type of what we call a lead magnet, or free valuable gift you give the people, so they would say, okay, you know what, for that free gift, I'd love to give you my name and email, and then you can constantly give them, you can communicate with them now and give them more value over a period of time. And then when you have a product available, especially people that's here, if I have a product that's available and I'm selling for $197 because you guys are here, I will offer it to you guys for 50% off. Just because you got good people here.
All right. So Zan, I want to give you the floor to talk about, or just to let us know any final words about this live. I want to personally thank you so much for just being here, but I want to just give you the floor just to wrap everything up for us.
Well, okay, I'll say this, guys. If I had to give you one last piece of advice, and it's something I said earlier, it's so important to be confident. Do whatever it takes to get your confidence levels up, because fear is always going to be here. Fear, doubt, confusion, negativity. The only way to overcome fear and combat fear is through confidence. It's the only way. So you have to get your confidence levels up. Number two, a way of doing that is getting a coach or joining the right community, because when you're in a community, there's going to be people who are going to be at different levels than you. You're going to make connections, collaborations, and that's going to help build up your confidence. Don't try to do this by yourself. Success is a team sport. Solo is a no-no. You cannot win this game by yourself. So make sure you're part of a social group and get a coach. And that's like the best advice I can give you right now, because if the what we call it, C19, if it proved nothing else, it proves that we need each other. We are social creatures. We didn't come here by ourselves. It took two people to bring us here, and it took a whole team to deliver us and then to raise us. You don't do this by yourself. Don't do life by yourself. Reach out, get help, become part of the right group that you want to be a part of. And it makes all the difference in the world. So I just want to leave you guys with that. Just stop doing it by yourself. Come here, be with places, be with MJ, be with Laquita and Corey over there at their channel, lead attorney over there. I mean, you guys know this is a community, and we all love and care about each other. And then there's going to be certain people you vibe with more than others, that you're more compatible with, but you can gravitate to more, but because of the chemistry and all that, but in the connections. But keep yourself immersed in this conversation, these connections, because the world out there, you know what they have for you. We're here for you. We're family.
Thank you so much, Zan the Man. You have been absolutely amazing from start to end, just as I knew you would. I was able to just,
having me. You're so gracious. You got such a big heart. At any time, I'm here for you. Anytime. And hopefully next time I come back, we'll have more stuff we can give away for free to the guests. We'll have more valuable things we can give away.
All right. Well, thank you so much once again, and I will see you again on your channel. What time will you? When will you be on next?
Well, tomorrow. Tomorrow I do have. Let me see. What am I doing? I had to make an adjustment on my schedule today because of some other things, but I'm doing a business broadcast tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Pacific on my channel. Then at 5:00 I'm doing 5:00 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be doing the personal development things.
Okay.
So but that's only, but real quick, that's only going to go for this week. And even after, I was considering not doing a broadcast after Christmas, but I thought I'm here to serve. And based on all the stats and the research, that's a really rough time for a lot of people. It's like, you know what? I'm going to show up regardless. So even next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm still going live. Even on New Year's Eve, I'm going live so that we can still make a difference in at least one person's life.
Right.
So I'm keeping my schedule this week and next week. So we're going to keep it going.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks again, Zan the Man. I will be in touch with you, I'm sure, and I'll be following you, and I'll be coming up on your panel from time to time, just like I have done one or two times so far. And this
was so amazing. I love this. It's just so amazing. You are the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zan. I will talk to you soon. Okay. Thanks again.
Thanks, MJ.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, that was amazing. We had Zan the Man today. I told you that we were going to be having him, and I'm going to just wrap it up by playing just thanking all of my sponsors, of course. I always got to thank my sponsors. Thank you to Gail Luckett, my first moderator and the moderator of all moderators. Thank you to Gail Luckett. Thank you to the Intentional Millionaire, one of my early sponsors. So thankful to him. Thank you to Carl Sinclair from Syntech Cooling right here in South Florida. Thank you to him for sponsoring the show. And Shayla, the mysterious Shayla. Thank you so much, Shayla, for sponsoring the show. Thank you to MSE Network, megasourceentertainment.com. Every Wednesdays and Saturday nights, you can catch him over there. And also Lascious Journey, my biggest sponsor to date. Thank you, Lascious Journey, for sponsoring my show. Really appreciate you. And for the multi-award winning international recording artist Novelty for sponsoring the show. Thank you, my dear, for always looking out for me. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you to my moderators here tonight. She Stole My Thunder. I appreciate you for holding things down tonight. I really, really appreciate you. And to each and every person in the chat, I really, really appreciate the comments and the interaction. That's how we do it each and every time. You know how we have a very, very, very active show. We're going to just go ahead and play the music for a little bit before we cut this up tonight. Oh, let me just throw this up real quick. If you need to use the Cash App, use the QR code, just hold your phone up to that. Just hold your camera up to that. It'll take you right to the Cash App. If you want to use that, feel free, no pressure. And I also want to just give a big, big, big splash of something here, just because, why not? A big, big splash of something, just because I'm excited. These are some little extra features of StreamYard, which I'm coming out with next week, which I found from the StreamYard website, of course. All right, guys, I'm going to just go ahead and play the music, and we will say good night. Is there one more comment in there? Did I see one more comment just arrive? Let me just see. I think I saw one more comment. My pleasure. That will be 3 hugs, 7 kisses, some chocolate, and a cup of Tetley tea from England. And great episode, MJ. Thank you, and Zan the Man. Thank you so much. All right, guys, a little bit of music as we say good night. You know how I always do. I will see you on Tuesday. No, sorry, not Tuesday, Thursday. But as a matter of fact, I do have a stream happening Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's only for about 15 minutes on how to use stories, how to use Instagram stories. The quick tip for tomorrow. All right, guys. You know what? I did have one more question for Zan. Can you take another question? Let me just see if Zan can take one more question.
I'm here.
I forgot to ask you.
Yes.
Could you give us a tech tip? Do you have any tools that you really like to use that help you to improve productivity? Any type of tech thing?
Okay, let me see. Everything I do right now is through Kajabi. So I learned that system and still learning that system. So everything when I create an opt-in page, when I'm doing my memberships, I'm doing my upload all my courses and stuff. Everything is through Kajabi. But I would say is a tech tip. One of the things I do is I watch people who know how to do tech. So I'll watch you. I'll watch. There's a few other channels I don't know if I should give a shout out, but anyways, there are other YouTube channels that say, oh, this is how you do your stuff on, if you want to, for example, do a link on Instagram. There's so many channels out there that's talking about different tech things. And I would just go there, and I'm not, look, let me say it this way. Here's a principle of success. Everything you want to know, somebody else already know. Right. So don't try to figure it out. It's already been figured. It's already been figured out. So just go find it, because there's so many wonderful YouTubers like this, all about tech, and like, oh, let me not try to burn my brain trying to figure that out. Right. Let me go watch YouTube, and then okay, pause, click, pause, click. Right. Done. So the best tech tip I can give, because I'm not a techie guy, I'm a people guy. I'm a creative, and I have a lot of respect for people. When you're a creative, your brain is wired differently than tech people. Just like when you're an entrepreneur, most entertainers are not, respectfully, most entertainers are not great entrepreneurs. It's because they're wired differently. They're wired for entertainment, and that's why a lot of times, the lawyers and stuff get your intellectual property and your masters and stuff, because they're not wired for business. We have to train ourselves. So the best tech tip I can give: go learn from people like MJ, and then practice and practice and practice, and then you'll get good. They're gonna teach it to somebody else, because you need to share.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again. Thanks again, buddy. I will talk to you in a little bit. We're gonna just go out with some music as we can.
Let's go. Thank you, MJ.
Bye.
Bye, guys.